Hi everyone, and welcome back to the studio. I'm Luca Zara, I'm an orchestral music composer and musician from Italy. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways you can make a living as a music composer or musician, giving you all the pros and cons of each way. Also, if you stick until the end of the video, I will share with you the way I've chosen for myself. But before we get started, I have a brief announcement to make. From now on, you will be able to get your tracks fully mixed and mastered by me. You will need to provide all the separated stems of your song in a high-quality WAV file format, and after a couple of days you will get a fully mastered and ready to be distributed composition. So if you want to have more details and prices information, contact me at any time through my business email. Now make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we can get started. The first way you can make a living as a music composer or musician is by teaching to others. Teaching means influencing the others for the better, but it's a really subjective activity. Someone loves it and someone hates it. Talking about the pros of teaching, you will be in touch with a lot of motivated people and you will have the chance to leave a positive mark in their lives. Also, you can work from the comfort of your own home studio, and if you become good at it, you can charge high fees per hours. So, for the pros of teaching, we can write leave your mark, high fee per hours, and work from home. The main downside of teaching is that you are not actually doing what your dream is, composing music, and this is a job that is paid hourly, so you are constantly trading your time for dollars. To be clear, if you work, you earn. If you don't, you earn nothing. Also, you cannot take a last-minute vacation and leave if you have your students waiting for you. So, for the cons of teaching, we can write no freedom, no dream job, and trading time for dollars. The second way you can make a living as a music composer is through streaming revenues, physical or digital copies of your music, and merchandise. I've put all these revenues together because they all refer to the classic band or artist approach. So you write your album, shoot some music videos, print some merch, then you release your album through all the streaming platforms, and then eventually you go on tour to promote it. This is by far the most difficult way you can make a consistent income out of music, for 2 main reasons. First, streaming platforms like Spotify charges an average of $0.004 per stream. So let's do some simple math together. So let's suppose you want to make $36,000 a year. That's roughly the average annual income for an individual in the US in 2019. If we divide 36,000 by 0.004, we will find out that you will need 9 million views on your music to get that amount of money. The same goes for platforms like YouTube and other streaming platforms. Secondly, to drive that amount of traffic to your music, you need a community of fans that loves and wants to buy your music. But building a community takes time, and if you're just starting out, you will almost have no followers. So for the cons of the artist approach, we can write hard to achieve, especially in the beginning, low fee per views, and community needed. Talking about the pros, this approach remarks the musician life we see in Hollywood movies. Once you become successful, you will be able to write whatever music you want, tour around the world, and have a community of fans that love and support you. Maybe if you are an independent orchestral music composer like me, you can tour with an entire symphonic orchestra and hear your music performed live in a sold-out venue every night, like our dear friend Hans Zimmer. So for the pros of the artist approach, we can write dream life, freedom to create, and possibilities to see the world. I think this is the dream life of any upcoming artist, but as I said before, the possibility for you to get that far are really low. I mean, how many Hans Zimmer do you know? Now, if you're getting value from this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and the question of the day is, do you currently have a day job or are you doing music full time? Let me know in the comments below, and I love to hear how many of you have been able to get full time with music. The third way you can make a living as a music composer is through licensing. And you got it, this is the way I've chosen for myself. But before telling you why, I want to explain to those of you that are new to this business what licensing is. Licensing means selling to another content creator the permission to use one of your music tracks in one or multiple projects. Buyers goes from the YouTuber that needs some background music for his video to Hollywood trailer editors. Fees are variable, but generally speaking, the bigger is the project your track gets featured in, the bigger the fee will be. An important note about licensing is that you are actually selling only the permission of use of your song, and you will always be the only owner of it. Now let's talk about why I'm currently in this industry. First of all, with time reduction, this business can start generating passive income for you. This means that you are no more trading your time for dollars, and you can earn when you are not actually working, because when a track is published, it can be licensed and featured in production forever. Also, you will not have a fixed 9-to-5 work schedule, and you can work from the comfort of your own home studio. If you don't like to be on the mainstream, this is the perfect business for you, because most of the times a buyer will only know your name and see your logo. This is by far the most doable way you can make a living out of music, and out there are thousands of composers working this way. But as with all the things in this world, there's the other side of the medal. In fact, this business does not guarantee a payout for you. To be clear, you can work 100 hours a week like Elon Musk and earn nothing. Also, another downside of licensing is that you cannot write whatever music you want, because your music will not be a standalone thing, and it will be serving the needs of a client. So for the pros of music licensing, we can write passive income, achievable, work from home, variable work schedule, and no social presence needed. And for the cons, not always freedom to create and no guaranteed payout. Last but not least, we find product demos, sample packs and presets. I'm not an expert in this field, so I will just report what I've heard other producers are doing. For example, if a new orchestral library is coming out, and you are a skilled composer known by the company that makes the library, they may pay you to write a demo track for their new product, or do a video review of the library itself. This seems easy, but writing a demo track is not simply writing a song. You will need to showcase the library in its best light. The downside is that this can start working only once you are a bit more advanced composer, because no one will ever want to have a demo track written by a complete beginner. In addition, in the last few years, MIDI packs and sample packs have blown up among music composers. I don't like MIDI packs, but there's actually a market out there for these items. I don't see in this last category a possibility to make a full-time income, and all the composers I know are using it as an extra income strategy. But companies like Unison are actually killing it in the MIDI packs market. That's all for today's video. Now it's up to you to choose which strategy or strategies to adopt. I personally like to adopt them all. If you have any other questions, feel free to post them in the comments and I will reply to you. Also, if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. And I will see you in the next one.